Surprise, boys, we are live. Sorry for the late one. Thought I had a quick live stream. And guys, this might just be an emergency on Solana. So you see, I even have my wind down glasses on, the red light glasses. So everything looks a little weird for me right now. But what's important is that I get this information to you guys really, really fast. So give people a couple seconds to pop on in here. I'm going to go ahead and just get it ready. Guys, I was scrolling through Orca. Okay, I was looking at liquidity pools like I always do, and I was noticing that the APR estimates were down bad. Like, so for example, I was looking at Sol USDC, and on something as tight as this, like this is an absurdly tight range. There is just no estimated yield per day, per year. It's ridiculous, much less something a little more normal, where it's just like absolutely dismal returns, guys. There's just nothing there for us. And I was like, okay, so what's the reason for this? Fundamentally, liquidity providers are paid off of fundamentals, true fundamentals. They're paid off of the actual fees that people that are buying and swapping these assets are paying. So this APR doesn't come from nowhere. It's not a Luna situation where they're just creating the rewards to pay people. You're getting paid for providing an actual service. So thought that was a interesting thing to point out, because volume is so low, and that's why no one's getting paid here. So I wanted to address this, and I started looking down here at the actual volume, and I was looking at the 4-hour chart here, and this is where I noticed that something big, guys, is about to happen. Because I was looking down here, and the volume for the last 4 hours is 43 million. I've just truly never seen the volume here so low, I feel like. And so I was like, well, when was the last time we were down here like this, besides this week, right? Where this, this last couple weeks we've had some nastiness down here in this range. Keep in mind, it's the 4-hour chart. And so I was scrolling back and I was looking. And we'll let the chart catch up a little bit. And I noticed that the last couple times we were in this situation was about November, October. We had a bunch of these, you see. And so maybe even in September. And this was kind of signifying in September. Remember, over the summer we had the Japanese yen carry trade happen. And the market did this, but last year, basically. And so things were kind of bottoming out here. And look, we're even in the same ranges, guys. This 125-ish bottom, where then volumes are super low. This 50, 40 million per, remember, we're in a 4-hour time frame. But things were bottoming out here. And then it's just super interesting to me that the last time volume conditions were this way was at that November, October-ish place last year. And then what happened? Well, then we had a price explosion. We had price explode to the upside. And hey, I'm not calling a definite explosion to the upside right now. But what I am saying is I think we're about to have some big price action. Me personally, I am biased to the upside. I think it's going to be bullish. However, there is room for a big move to the downside. I personally don't believe it, but the big thing I'm calling out here is that a big move, I think, is about to happen. And, if you're a trader and you're on the wrong side of this trade, it might hurt. If you're on the right side of this trade, I think it's going to feel real good. If you are a liquidity provider, which I do a lot of myself, you're just going to be happy the volume's coming in. Because guys, then look at this. Once the volume picked up, and then, obviously we had the election. So I think a lot of the low volume had to do with people uncertain about the election. And then after the results, obviously things just took off and went crazy. So assuming things go crazy again, I mean, look, on this 4-hour time frame, we had days where in a 4-hour period, we did, oh my gosh, look at this candle. We did $370 billion of volume in literally a 4-hour period. That's absolutely insane, guys. But the point being, and I want to flip it back to the daily real quick, just to give you guys a more high-level long-term analysis. Yen carry trade happened, right? Let's think about this last summer. And so let's see, excuse me. Thinking here, I think this is the yen carry trade right here, right? Into July, beginning of August-ish area. Yen carry trade, Solana nuking down here, 122, and then started ranging down here in this range level again. Maybe I'm just freaking ranting at this point, boys. But the point being is that when I was looking for Let me spread this back out. Let's look at daily volume. Dude, our volume for the day, guys, is 44.14 million, 24-hour volume here. And if we go back and we just look for this again, let me just, I mean, that is just sad. But let's go ahead and scan through here. What did I say, 44? So excuse my nerd necking on the camera here, but the last time we'll find this 44, let's look at the daily. We're looking around October. And then let's see what price was in this October. Things were just sad. And keep in mind, again, where we are on these charts. I just want to point out where we are. October was the last time we were in this area. The yen carry trade happened. Excuse me, that is April. Came down. We did not have a good Solana summer, contrary to what X was telling us. But the point being, guys, is that stagnant, low, 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 until we hit that October point. You know, there's lots of low volume through here, but that 44 million, absolute disgusting, that was happening in October, right? So let me double check. Excuse my nerd neck again. I feel like I have completely lost my place here. That's why I'm zooming way too much, guys. 45. Last time we were at and below these levels, September and October, Jesus. And you'll see October, September, October, and then what happens? This big move to the upside, guys. So kind of rambling and looking at this in real time. Hopefully I'm not too boring for you, but you'll see that October and then price, just this beautiful, non-stop, just price erection all the way up to 225. Little cool down in April. Was I looking in 23? Oh, guys, I'm freaking... Yo, I scrolled way too far back, guys. I need to invalidate everything I just said. I'm used to looking at the 4 hour and having to scroll way, way, way back. Holy crap, I am literally a noob. Guys, I totally just choked that. Okay. Listen, 44 mil. We go back. The last time, 44 mil. Jesus Christ, on the daily? Yeah, it literally was October 23 though. So my 4 hour analysis was for this time about, is actually, my 4 hour analysis was for about, what would that be? That was about November of last year. So right before the election in the 4 hour analysis. But for the daily analysis, we're literally looking at back until October. So holy fuck, guys. And then price obviously just went absolutely crazy on Solana. So a big move is coming. Interest has not been this low since we've not had a daily volume candlestick at 44 million since literally October of 23. So guys, either it's over or it's coming. We're having a big move to the downside or a big ass move to the upside. And let me just double check because there's just, I can't truly believe that 44 on the daily. Guys, we might be cooked. We're looking at literally like 44. Literally like October 18th, October 17th, 2023, guys. You know, I've been making jokes about getting 2023 prices on everything, and this is literally it. Holy shit. So boys, volume does not indicate everything. I just wanted to point out that I'm seeing lots and lots of low volume that's showing up in liquidity pools because providers aren't getting paid. People providing the liquidity aren't getting paid. So I think a big move is coming. You just got to think providers are going to get bored. Providers are going to stop providing liquidity. They're going to go either into assets or pull out of assets. So something's coming, boys. People are about to start buying a shit ton of spot assets so they can start making some money again, or they're going to pull out and do something else, start lending stable coins and whatnot, or just get out of crypto in general. So not sure what is going to happen, boys, but what I can tell you is that if you look at October of 23, I mean, things just started going absolutely insane. And this is a current volume level that we're at now, down at this 44 mil for the daily, and then things started exploding. And then you have just absurd levels of high volume, which is why providing liquidity on Solana is so fantastic to begin with. And, you know, in the last time on the 4 hour, we had the liquidity levels that we're at was in November, the uncertainty before the election. So keep that in mind, and we shall see where things go. So guys, hopefully this live stream wasn't too painful, because not exactly sure what I was going to say before I started saying it. I just started seeing this in the chart, and I was like, hey, I got to say something. So went live, put it out there, and then if you guys have any questions, drop a comment. I'm going to post this recording, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to join our private community, click that link in the description as always, and see you on the other side, boys.